Hello everyone, Jeremy's here. Today I'm gonna show you guys how to configure IPsec VPN between two Palo Alto firewalls. So in this scenario, you can see there is a Kali Linux. This is the web server in the DMZ zone, and this one is inside zone. This Kali Linux will be our SSH target, and we're gonna enable IPsec VPN between those two firewalls so outside user can reach inside resources. So let's start it. Uh, let's start. So first of all, we are gonna do is configure management port IP address on those two firewalls. Let's start with left one. So the default login name is admin. Password is admin. Enter admin again and enter your new password. Okay, so let's enter configuration mode and set devices config, system type static, and then we can set IP address. For this IP address, I'm gonna go with 192.168.10.1, netmask 255.0, commit. Let's go for the second one, and second one, admin, enter password admin again, new password. Okay, let's enter configuration mode, config, set devices config, system type static. Great. Let's see this one's IP. I want to do 192.168.10.3. Okay. Network mask 255.255.255.0 and commit. So this one is commit successfully. So in this web term, I configure IP address as 10.2. So this one can successfully reach this firewall, I think. Let's try HTTPS 192.168.10.1 and access risk admin, password. Take some time to load the pages. Okay, so let's configure the interfaces. Oh, what happened? Okay, close. Remind me later. Network interface. So interface 1/1 is gonna be our VPN. So this one is our VPN zone. Okay. Let's see. Type layer 3 and water router default. Okay. Zone. Let's configure new zone. VPN. Click OK, and the IP address 10.10.10.1/24. Save it. Okay, let's configure second one. So 1/2 is connecting to our web server. and we're gonna configure this IP this port at the DHCP server, so it will provide IP address for our web server. So type is layer 3 water router default, zone is new zone, DMZ, click OK. IP address, click new IP address, 172.168.16.1.1/24. Okay, click OK, and then net 1/3, and layer 3. This one is for our SSH. Okay, so water router default, security zone, let's see, new zone, SSH. Click OK, click OK. Okay, let's create a tunnel interface. Tunnel, let's see, 1. Okay, water router default, security zone, VPN. Okay, IPv4, nope. Click OK, and next we're gonna go to our IKE. Okay, IKE crypto, and this one is contain the IKE profile. You can create for yourself here, but we're gonna just use default. Here is this one, IPsec. We are gonna use default as well. You can see this is AES, and this one is AH, and this one is ESP. Okay, let's create another IKE gateway. So the IKE crypto is IKE v1, and the IPsec crypto is IKE v2. In here, we're gonna configure the IKE gateway. Click add, and type a name, say set 1 IKE. Okay, and what's the interface? Interface is gonna be net 1, and the local IP address 10.10.10.1/24. Okay, and peer address 10.10.10.2. Okay, and pre-share key is like password will exchange when the IPsec tunnel before the tunnel established. They're gonna change the pre-share key if the key is matched, so the tunnel is gonna be established. Make sure the key is same on both devices, otherwise the tunnel won't be established with each other. So in here I gonna simply use 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. In real world, you're probably gonna configure more complex password, but in here for lab purposes, I'm gonna just use a simple password. Configured since 8. Okay, so local interfaces, local identification is gonna be 10.10.10.1. Okay, IP address, and peer authentication is gonna be same. Not same. I mean, it's also IP address. Okay, so the once option in here, you can see there's a couple more options. You can specify it here, but now we're just gonna leave it at default. Click OK, and now we have our IKE gateway. So now we're gonna go to our IPsec tunnels to create a new tunnel. Click add, and name is set1 tunnel, and tunnel interface is tunnel 1, and I leave this as default and check the gateway. This is the gateway we created. Okay, proxy ID, we don't have proxy, so it's like this. Click OK. And now we're gonna create new virtual router. Okay, click default, added our default virtual router. In here we don't need static route. We don't need default route. We're gonna create static route to other tunnel. So specify name set one route and destination 192.168.20.0/24, which is the address of this outside network. Next hub, we're gonna specify tunnel 1, and next hub, the IP address is gonna be so the interface is gonna be tunnel 1. Okay. IP address next hub 10.10.10.2. Click OK. In here I forgot, I didn't specify the tunnel IP address. If you didn't specify the IP address when you create the tunnel, so in here then address is gonna be none. Next hub address is gonna be none. And click OK. Click OK. And now the final step is create the policies. Okay, let's create a policy here. Click add. And Palo and the FortiGate are stateful firewall, but for IPsec VPN they actually need bidirectional policies, which means you need to create from inside to outside policy and also create another policy from outside to inside. So in here we create first one is traffic out. Let's see if we want to reach our website, the web server. Okay, if we want to reach our web server, then we need to create let's see, DMZ to out. Okay, source zone is from DMZ. Okay, destination VPN. Okay, and services we're gonna add HTTP and yeah, that's it. HTTP. Click OK. And then another one out to DMZ. Source is VPN. Destination DMZ. Maybe any. Okay. No, maybe HTTP. HTTP. Okay. Okay. And that's it. Commit. And now let's go to our second firewall and one 192.168.10.3. as always, we need to configure our interface first. Type 3 and default new zone VPN. Click OK, and IPv4 add new 10.10.10.2/24. Click OK and create our tunnel interface. Add new tunnel 1. Okay, and network profile none, leave it, and default zone is VPN, and that's it. Okay, and our Ethernet 1/2, this is connect to our outside client. I'm gonna give it so there's 3 interface type, and virtual router always default, and security zone is gonna give it outside. Okay, outside, and IPv4 192.168.20.1/24. Click OK. Okay, and we're gonna go through the same process. Check the key crypto. In here we are still gonna use default, but you want to specify, the encryption or authentication, DH group, or the key lifetime, the Haggle. You can do by yourself, but in here I'm just gonna use default. Okay, and IKE gateway, add new, and in here I'm gonna give it set to IKE, and IKE on v1 only mode, and interface /1 local. Okay, peer address 10.10.10.1, indication pre-share key. Okay. Remember, and local IP address 10.10.10.2, IP address 10.10.10.1. Click OK. Okay, then next step, we're gonna create the IPsec tunnel. Click add, set 1 tunnel, set 1 tunnel, or set 2 tunnel. Okay, and tunnel interface is tunnel 1, a key gateway, give it a key gateway. Click OK, and virtual routers. Virtual router add. Okay, without virtual router, if you don't specify it, it doesn't know how to reach out the other side. Okay, and name it, I don't know, the site 2 route. Okay, destination 192.168. Oh, typo here. .10.0/24. The interface is tunnel 1. So the virtual router name is site 1 route. Destination 192.168.10.0/24. Tunnel 1 IP address is none, because we didn't specify the tunnel interface IP. If you specify it, you want to specify in here, and also AD, because we only have 1, static route, so the ID doesn't matter. If you have couple, you maybe want to order them, right? Make them in order to choose the route that you prefer. Okay, click OK. And now we need to configure the policies. Last step is policy. Add. We create two-way policy. This one is set to VPN. Oh wait, this one maybe we can use it from VPN to outside. Okay, then we go configure outside to VPN. So first off is VPN out. Okay, and source VPN, destination outside, and default maybe any. Okay, and click OK and click next. Out, VPN, source is out, destination is VPN. Okay, click leave it. It's not best practice, but here is lab. So I don't remember we configured the DHCP, so I'm gonna configure DHCP. Right, we didn't configure it. So let's see. Interface. What's the interface? 1/2. Okay, so 1/2. We're gonna configure a DHCP pool. Okay, click OK. 172.16.1.10 to 172.16.1.15/24. Okay, and since the IP address is not included in the pool, so we don't need to specify the reserve. Click OK, click commit, and while I'm gonna go back here and commit this one. Okay, so after successful configure this, let's try from our website to pin our web server. So ping 172.16.10.1.10. Pin is not working. Okay, and let's try reach it from here. 172.16.1.10, and it can reach it. Okay, let's retry. 172.16.1.10. It's not working. So let's go back to the card and let's try pin the default gateway 172.16.1.1, and it's not working, but we got the IP address from the DHCP server. So let's go check the DHCP setting again. And here we go. There's no default gateway. We didn't configure default gateway. So now we need to specify the IP address on the interface 1/2, 172.16.1.1, and network mask is 255.255.255.0, and click OK. Okay, and commit, and configuration is successful. So now let's try it again. 172.16.1.10. Still not working. So let's go back to the card disable the network setting and re-enable it, so it can drag the default gateway information from the firewall. And let's make sure that IP address didn't change. Okay, and let's try it again. Here we go. So we successfully reached the web server in the DMZ zone from outside web term. So in this lab, what we learned important is even a small mistake can cause whole lab fails. So remember, when you configure the HCP server, always set default gateway. And if you set default gateway and it doesn't work, try to re-enable the network interface on the server, so the server can drag the new configuration from firewall or router. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and in this video I didn't get time to configure SSH server, but it's basically the same. You just add two more firewall rules to allow the traffic pass from VPN to the SSH zone, and another firewall policy to allow the traffic from SSH zone to VPN, so the web term can reach the SSH target card. So that is all. Thanks guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys for next time.